It's far from a secret at this point that Overwatch has been doing very, very, very well for itself ever since it launched almost a year ago. I know it's not even been a year yet, it's almost there. Obviously it came out on May the 24th of last year, so a couple of weeks to go. It will be celebrating its first birthday, but despite the fact that it hasn't even reached 1 year yet, not only have they surpassed 30 million registered players, they have gotten, that being Blizzard of course, over $1 billion thanks to Overwatch. And according to the latest earnings report from Activision Blizzard, Overwatch is the company's quote $8 billion franchise, meaning that it's sitting in the same sort of ranks as franchises like Call of Duty, which is no mean feat. Now, you can find a link in the description below to the full financial report from Activision Blizzard, but as you would expect, it's fairly dry for a financial report. But let's look at a few highlights, shall we? They include the fact that Blizzard made $441 million in the first quarter of the year, which is an increase of a rather impressive 50% year over year, and they had their biggest online player community in history, with 41 million monthly active users. Undoubtedly, Overwatch had a big hand in this, as of course 30 million registered players and a huge increase in active users given all the events and skins and new heroes and so on. Overwatch has definitely been a big contributor, and they've also seen revenues from in-game content like DLC, loot boxes and so on rise 25% from 2016. Now, even though Hearthstone has been fairly quiet, obviously not including the very, very recent release Journey to Ungoro, the monthly active users did grow over year, and the very new expansion did bring in a record number of monthly players, and Hearthstone is not exactly doing all that bad either, given that that game has 70 million registered players, which is pretty damn awesome. But to finish up, let's have a little look at the quarter, shall we? That being the quarter ending March 31st, 2017. The record for Q1 was 1.73 billion compared to 1.46 of last year, an increase of 19%, and digital revenues again were up a lot, as I've already discussed. And for the quarter ending March 31st, 2017, the operating margin was up 43%. And operating cash flows were again at a record of 411 million once again, an increase this time of 22% year over year. So basically, Blizzard has been doing very, very well for itself, and Overwatch is undoubtedly a big contributor to that. But obviously we're not talking just Blizzard here, we are talking Activision Blizzard as well. And we have a bit of a comment here from Bobby Kotick, the Chief Executive Officer of Activision Blizzard, who said, quote, "This quarter we delivered record revenues, earnings per share and cash flow, and overperformed guidance. Among the drivers of our results was Overwatch, which now has 13 million players globally. The Overwatch League is gaining momentum, and we're excited to offer our community of players the best professional league experience. Destiny 2 and Call of Duty World War II are also coming later this year, and both reveals have been very well received by fans." So basically the long and short of it is that Blizzard itself is doing very well, and of course Activision Blizzard as a whole are doing very, very well indeed. And once again, some of that share definitely goes on the shoulders of Overwatch, but will they continue? We'll have to wait and see, to be honest. I think Overwatch's future is very, very dependent on the new content, the new modes and so on. You know, the heroes are nice and everything, but they need more modes like the recent Uprising mode. Like that got me back into the game after a couple of months of not really playing it. There's only so many times you can push the payload on the same maps, so they need to keep it fresh, and obviously I think they've seen this with Overwatch more than anything, and obviously games like Hearthstone as well, they've been a little bit slow to change, and other games as well, they've been quite slow to change, but Overwatch has been a bit better when it comes to that, so hopefully they can continue that, because, you know, Overwatch is a great game and I wanted to continue seeing success. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.